Hello, everyone. Welcome to Solomon's show. Solomon Chau here. February 2024. It's the Thursday. It's about 2:30. Today's the day after Valentine's Day and Ash Wednesday. So I'm still alive. I'm still alive. You know what keeps me going? Had a full day of work overnight, at the hospital, whatever. Came back, picked up my new, rent-a-car, a Nissan Murado. It's a SUV. I never really wanted a big soccer mom car, but it was kind of cool, so I kept it. I got $50 credit a day, because I paid the maximum for Geico Rent-A-Car extra package every 6 months to pay additional $50 or whatever. Knowing that this is New Jersey and all hell breaks loose each and every day, people hit your car, run away, and it's very common. It's like Brazil on the streets, just no accountability, just plain lawlessness and savagery, and that's just New Jersey. But fortunately, there's a camera on top of my housing unit, and I just saw them try to get the tape on wireless. They do everything wireless. Somehow the security camera's stored, on site, with the machine. Everything's done wirelessly these days, and whatever. I emailed the property management, and they're on it. And the hospital told me it wasn't in their parking lot, so we know that much. And everyone responded. This is America, and you have to open your big fat mouth, and people will respond. You don't get what you don't ask. You do not get what you don't ask for. So you have to be a loud, big fat asshole. There's a smart way to do it, and you just have to communicate. You have to just not speak in an angrily voice. People don't respond well to that, so you have to make sure you have the right tone of voice. Or if you're just a flat out Karen, that's when it's probably your last resort, but that might work. But no one likes the Karen, and you'll be identified as a Karen. The Karen in my neighborhood actually helped me, so I can't hate on her. I can't 100% hate on the Karen network, although they are annoying and complain a lot. They do take care of their community to some extent because of safety concerns, and their time isn't 100% wasted complaining. I mean, they do take care of things when it's needed. It's her job to be Karen, but sometimes she's appreciated because she does care for and is concerned about kids in the neighborhood, random ass kids in the neighborhood that she probably doesn't even know about, or it's just like her job. That's what she does. Even if you hate her, that's her job. That's what Karen does. And hate her or love her for it, I mean, that's her job. It's out of anyone's control. You're just kind of a designated Karen for the better or worse of society. I don't know. It's just a thing. Every neighborhood has a Karen. They're annoying at times, but fundamentally, their job is they are the gatekeeper. Sometimes you need them. If there's an emergency, weather conditions, California's had mudslides, or if there's some kind of like weird school shooter or something, or some kind of like weird incident that happens out of the blue, or a thunderstorm or something, and the power's out. Karens usually do come out and talk up a storm with the other neighbors to try to help everyone. That's from my experience. So they're not 100% bad. They have their uses and applications in society, just like everyone else does. For whatever reason, I don't know. I'm not here to judge. Everyone here's here for a reason. So I'm trying to find some motivation, inspiration in life. Why do we work so hard? Why do anything? Why make money? So you see that truck out there. They're building a new housing complex, housing unit and stuff. I don't know if they're just rentables or a townhouse, and you can buy them for about $500,000. But something I look forward to save for with my 6-figure salary, just to. Even though if I will probably be outbidded because this is New Jersey and housing is scarce all across the board in the United States, especially on the East Coast near New York City, that the likelihood of me getting a unit is very slim to none. Why everyone wants to move here, I don't know. Let's just say it's New York City and it's post-pandemic and everyone wants to come here. But then who's moving into the city? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. I didn't know there were all these rich people and people had all this money just to freely live and wherever the hell they want and just decide to choose, New Jersey and New York City, which is the most super expensive. And what would they be doing here? Why would you want to live in New Jersey in the first place? There's no particular cool things to be doing here. Other than you want to have your kids grow up in a suburban white area, there's really nothing here. There's no bars. The library's not all that. The local library's not all that great. You want to live somewhere just because if you have kids? I mean, that's a big sacrifice. I don't know that a lot of people do that. I don't know. That seems foreign to me. Like, you want to live in a quiet suburban area just to raise kids until they're 18 in college, and that's gonna be your adult life? Again, there's no really cool places to be hanging out. I mean, there's like a Chuck E. Cheese. There's a like Funplex. There's like bars. There's Newark. But you have to drive out. I guess you can always go to the city, or you can Uber. What's relatively much more fun is living in Jersey City near New York City. But that's, again, super expensive. Then you have like schools in there in Hoboken, like Stevens Tech, and the higher end engineering schools and stuff like that people want to go to. Or you have the hospital, University Hospital. That's another big one. People come all over the world, like doctors and stuff, to train and intern and do residency. But that all sounds like adult stuff. Yeah, this is like adult world. When things are super expensive, life is hard. You need discipline to adjust to survive. You have doctors, lawyers, engineers, nurses. It's industry. The American might. That's all there is. Yeah, you can't be lazy. This is a very purely industrial demographics. What else the hell would you be doing? I don't know, maybe some people drink at home and they take the bar with them to home and they have their like neighborhood friends and stuff. Other than that, I don't know, there's no funplex here. There's no beach here. It's just like I even question what people do in New York City. It's just like there's bars, there's karaoke, there's no beach, there's nothing particular there. Like there's no like they banned prostitution during the time of Mayor Giuliani and stuff like that. And it's just like, where's the actual party? It's just because it's densely populated and you can meet all kinds of whoever, and that presents an opportunity to people that they can meet whoever, whenever, close by, and just need to take a bus or train to establish something. City life without having to drive. That's just what it is, whether you like it or not. So at work, I met someone. She was an older lady, and they gave her dilaudid painkiller. It must have been super strong because she kept talking to me. She kept on. She was in her, I would say 55, but at her age, she definitely hit the wall already. And she was approaching this, or if not, the size of a refrigerator. And she noticed that I was a young man looking guy. And she was French. Her background was French. So keep in mind, she's old. She has love handles. She's got stretch marks and flubber, and she's trying to get me to recognize my value. Young teenage girls have the same problem. I think they don't recognize their value, so they just go out with some like dirtbag guy, the first guy that asks them out, because now they think, oh, social validation, oh, somebody likes me, I have to respond, I have to fill that void, my curiosity for romance. And that's all because of poor self-esteem that stems from a neediness for social validation, which is a repeating problem for a lot of people who lack confidence. And, she's trying to juice me up. She's trying to groom me. Oh, you're so handsome. I'm not just saying that. I'm just telling you, yeah, my aunt tells me the same thing because she's my family member. She's obligated to make me feel better and stuff like that. And if it's a woman, they're always saying things like, oh, don't think I'm just saying that to be nice or anything. I mean, it's the truth. You are handsome. You have beautiful skin. You got great pores. You could be a male model. You could go into men's makeup and men's cosmetics and all this stuff. I'm like, she's like, oh, what do you use? And I'm just like, the doctor recommended Dove soap for moisture and water. I don't use any skincare products. I don't know if she'd recognize that I have like these freckles and stuff. I don't know. Beauty is an eye of the beholder. I am who I am. I don't emphasize on my looks because I don't make money because of my looks. I definitely don't get job positions because of my looks. I told her, responded with, men's makeup is very popular in South Korea, like K-pop and stuff. It's very popular in Korea. You can get away with that stuff wearing makeup, and the society actually gives you money to buy makeup so you could date and have babies, and eventually have babies and stuff, because the population is actually declining, and the government gives you money to buy a makeup kit, to doll yourself up so you could have more attractiveness in the dating market and have higher sex market value and whatever, and stimulate the economy and stuff in the world of healthcare and the cosmetics, in the world of fragrances and cosmetics and stuff, L'Oreal. And she's like, yeah, you should look into that, men's makeup. She said, yeah, it's hard to get your foot in the door. One is super hard, but it's probably less hard because I live in New York City. Whether they want Asian male models, that's even kind of questionable. Again, with the Asian thing, K-pop. It's just like a South Korean thing. You know, and because I don't really, I can't speak fluent enough Chinese or Korean or Japanese, I probably won't even go very far. So there's a language barrier, and English speaking people are going to hire other English speaking people, predominantly English speaking people, like other white people, and that's just the case. Like, who's gonna hire you? Like, Uniqlo might hire me because I'm like this Chinese looking guy, American guy, Chinese American, and I speak English, but their division or whatever in America is probably Japanese speaking. It's just like this becomes a language thing, and as a guy, I don't emphasize on looks. And she's like, it's not about being vain or narcissistic. It's just knowing your value, and she's like, you should take advantage of it. You should take it. She's like, you should take advantage of it. Look into the industry. And I told her, if I could get into the industry of men's makeup and men's cosmetics and all this bullshit and fluff, I wouldn't be working at the hospital. She's like, oh, if they have you like sell a product, whew. I can't remember her name now, but whatever. Whatever. Okay, let's say Kate Spade. I know it's not Kate Spade, but whatever. If you have this like product selling, you'd make millions, and that's in terms of female thinking. But she understood I was first generation, and that all we do, is work, work, work. Again, beauty isn't a thing. It isn't in the market. I'm not here to sell you beauty products. I'm just not. Some men do. They cold call companies and ask them to sell them, the men's ball shaver and stuff, and whatever skincare products, and then the Axe sponge, and my pores and stuff. And it's just like, I don't do any of that shit. And she's like, you have such beautiful. She just kept talking about these topics, these sensitive topics, your pores and your skin, and like girls would probably die for your skin. And I just told her, I have nothing to do with this. I just wake up like this. It's genetics. So she's trying to like flatter me. She's trying to groom me. I can't believe this. I'm just like, and then she's like, you're very modest. I don't know. She's just trying to charm me and tap into my narcissism, and just like, I'm just like, I don't live in a reality where my income is based on how I look. I'm very modest. She's right. I'm very modest. It's just like, I've seen good-looking men, like doctors and stuff, just live about their day, and they make nothing of their appearance because they're men. If they happen to be actually handsome and good-looking, then so be it. But they don't like, they don't weaponize it. Like, they don't use it to like, I've rarely seen men weaponize their look. They may weaponize their bullshit, like a bullshit artist, to sell stuff, but rarely they use their looks to get ahead in sales or the job market. I know salespeople do that, but less in the healthcare field. And I've seen very good looking people. They don't like use it tactfully. That's not what it's meant for. It's just like, I just see it going down the wrong path. Either you're born, your face is symmetrical. That's what she's trying to tell me. Symmetrical, your head, forehead's all symmetrical. Your cheeks and your ears. She was probably drugged up. I mean, I'm pretty deformed. If you can't tell, I've noticed things about my own body. Like, there's a bump on my forehead. One ear is backed up and the other one's like straight in the front. You know, I mean, I do not have a perfect symmetrical face, so she's just trying to juice me up. And she's like, "Oh, you don't have you. I have nothing to gain from this." She's already old, and the fact that she's trying to flatter me, she's just trying to present herself as someone who's truthful. I've gotten this from, other kinds of girls and stuff. Oh, your wife would be very happy with you. Your girlfriend would be very happy to have you, and all this stuff. And I tell them, every single one of them, they like assholes. They like alpha. They like it's not about whether the girl likes the guy. It's more if the guy can control her and shit. And it's like, no, these aren't men that she actually wants or is romantic with. It's just that he has that level of power, and between if she likes you or if it's about power and control and manipulation, the only reason why the relationship is working is not because she likes him. It's because of the power dynamic. It's because of the masculine frame that ultimately controls the situation. That's why there's a relationship, not because the girl likes the guy. That would be cute in La La Land, and we would all like that Disney, mindset, that Disney fantasy. But no, it's usually some fucking asshole, and he's very abusive towards the girl and the wife, and they just spit out kids and stuff, and that's how it is. The boyfriend is always like this drug addict, and he's always paying child support and alimony and shit. He can't barely put food on the table, and that's the kind of guy that just exists, manifests in reality. I mean, what is the nice guy doing? He's not around. He's been friend zoned a long time ago, back in high school, back in college. He's out of the picture. I mean, Chad and Tyrone already have the damn kid, who's growing up without a father. And it's like, this is very prevalent in American society. I live in America. I know other countries may be different, but even in the movie, I just watched The Joker, and the Joker, Joaquin Phoenix, finds out that his childhood, as the Joker, as a boy, same thing. The mom was all beat up and smashed by the boyfriend, and the young Joaquin Phoenix was abused and handcuffed to a radiator as a child. And it wasn't Bruce Wayne's dad, Thomas Wayne, that fathered Joker, Joaquin Phoenix. It was just some asshole boyfriend. It was her asshole boyfriend. You wish it was the nice guy. You wish it was Bruce Wayne's father, but it wasn't. It was just some fucking asshole. Again, with the drinking and the smoking, and it's always the degenerate, popping out kids, and it's just like, what the fuck? Again, it's not if the girl likes the guy, it's just the power dynamic. It's just presented, this trashy guy just presented, false confidence, slimed his way inside of, the mom's pants and had Joaquin Phoenix. There you go. That's how babies are made. That's just how it works. Why doesn't the nice guy have kids? I'm trying to explain to you right now. The power dynamic. The false confidence. It works up to a certain point, but then you're like, oh shit. It's just a facade. This child that was born needs a good life. They need education. They need school. They need boundaries. They need discipline. They need college. They need a career. This is a human being, for God's sakes. And so that's it. Yeah. And whose fault is that? Who is accountable for that? For everything? It's just so easy to blame everyone else. You know, at the age of 39 and 40, which she was surprised I told her I was, I don't want a girl who's also 39, who's 40 years old. Her eggs are going to be dried out. The nice guy doesn't react fast enough, like Chad and Tyrone back in high school, getting girls pregnant. By the time Chad or Tyrone is 40, we would already have had like 3 kids. And that's just what it is. Again, with a false sense of confidence and everything. I don't know. But that's how it works. My dad must have had me when he was like 30. So I'm supposed to have like 3 kids by now at the age of 39. And my dad died at the age of like 45. So I only have like, if I was him, 7 years to live. So like my dad was borderline, asshole male, like alpha male. That's how I know about this stuff. What goes behind closed doors, because it happened in my own household. I don't even want to tell you the story because of how bad it is. The abuse and stuff is real. The alcohol is real. It's all real. And in the movies, and the fame you get out of it is real too. Because it's New York City. I'm not gonna reveal any more information. It's just that he had social credit in the world of martial arts as well, with kung fu, and it was a thing back in the day. Especially when Bruce Lee was around and stuff like that, and you had Jackie Chan, Jet Li, stuff like that. I don't know. But I didn't want to go down that path, so I entered the medical field. And I can see how hard it is. It's hard. How my dad did it, how my dad did his, thing, and had raised 3 kids. It must have been hard on him. It's not easy, I work 8 hours a day, a minimum of 8 hours a day, and go home. I don't have much time to do exercise. I don't have much time to do anything else but vlog and upload on YouTube and just do my work. Let alone have 3 children. How does a man have all this time and sleep 7 or 8 hours a day? You're not. You're gonna have to sacrifice something, or you're gonna have to react really fast. You're gonna have to move really fast all times during the day. And who could be doing that? A lot of times I would find my dad just passed out on the floor or the couch or whatever, because the poor guy's tired. He had a lot of shit to do. So what's important? If I could go back in time, I would just have taken out a big mortgage and just dump my money in there week after week, and just having more grit to stick with my job, work overtime, and just dump more money paying off my mortgage. With post-COVID housing prices, it's just a nightmare right now, so it looks like I'm just gonna probably wing it and just get a 1-bedroom condo, maybe a 2-bedroom condo if it's still affordable, and that's it. I can't see myself having a home anymore. and having kids, it's just like I'm sort of in survival mode. I'm destined just to go in survival mode. Superman's not going to save me. So please make sure you like and subscribe. The only people who can make you rich are your customers. That would be you. You are liking and subscribing to my channel. Therefore, I have a potential to make $1 American after having a minimum of 1,000 subscribers and 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours, which is incredibly, feels like a lot. So if I'm averaging about 5 or 10 views a video, I have to do a video every single motherfucking day for the whole fucking year. So that's 365, and if you times that by 10, for 10 views, hey, that's 365,000. Excuse me. Actually, that's 350. If everyone just watched 1 minute, if 10 people just watched 1 minute of my video, that's 365, 3,650, 3,650, 3,650 hours watched. So I need 10 views per one video times 360. If I do 360 videos a day, which would be right under 4,000 watch hours, but then I would still need 1,000 subscribers. I'm at about 670 subscribers, so getting 1,000 subscribers is really motherfucking hard for me. And this is set on Solomon Chau mode. Again, Superman is not going to save me. Ali Abdul's not going to save me. Hamza's not going to fucking save me. Dr. Oz is not going to save me. Tim Ferriss is not going to fucking save me. Elon Musk is not going to fucking save me. No one's going to fucking save me. I am accountable for myself. It's just I live in La La Land. I think a lot of people like me just live in a fucking delusional world. Superman's going to fucking save you. No one's going to fucking save you, and you're a man, and you have to be held accountable. If you have 0 likes, you have 0 subscribers, guess what? You have to live with that. If you have very little or no income, guess what? You have to live with that. And it's painful just to wake up as some nobody. You're nobody. You woke up one day and you have very little or no social media presence because you didn't work on yourself. You didn't do anything. Sometimes people want that though. They like being low key. At the same time, they're not going to get the fame. They're not going to get the social validation. They're not going to be, climbing the socioeconomic ladder. They're not going to be socializing and stuff. They just want to be low key. Is that another word for laziness? I don't know. But in this world, you're trying to, play the game. Play the game. Again, some people don't want to play the game. They don't need the social validation. Or your personality. This could be alpha or a conqueror. And social validation and acquiring power and fame is your thing. Or you just play life as I'm a nobody. I want to be low key. I like my privacy. You could play that game too. I mean, it's all the same sandbox. Just be sure you can turn it off. When you need to. So you just have to be careful out there. You have to get what you want. My goals are not necessarily fame or fortune. I just vlog. This is my journal. This is cathartic to me. This is my therapy. I get I'm getting a high out of this. I don't know. This is just cathartic to me. This is just what I do, like a philosopher. You imagine some poor old guy just pretending to be a philosopher in his little crib or whatever. At Rutgers, this annoying ass professor kept on saying Professor Bartlett, I am a philosopher. I am a like, what the fuck? Like, pompous, egotistical fuck. So I'm a philosopher. Yeah, who cares? You're a philosopher. What the hell is this like asshole teacher? You're a philosopher. What the fuck does that mean? It's like, I'm an artist. I'm a starving artist. Like, who cares? Are you gonna like give money to people? Like, what the fuck? I'm a philosopher. What the fuck? Yeah, you're also equivalent to a clown ass. Like, what? How did you help people? How did you serve people? It's just, how did you provide value to people? I don't know. That's why I ended up failing the class, because I thought I didn't understand how this guy thought he was some kind of great philosopher. It just had no bearing onto my life, no value to me whatsoever. Anyways, I'm learning more about Stoicism in my more later in life. My with no fundamental grading system, no ABs or passing grades or school credits or something. I'm learning it because I'm genuinely interested in overcoming adversity and hardship and stuff like that, and learning about grit and discipline and practical things to be doing, to be living. You know, a lot about school is regurgitating information of what you read in a book, or you know, what someone else said. It's, you know, it's never your own self-actualization. It's never your own newsletter. It's just, they're just concerned about molding you and sculpting you and schooling you. It just becomes, you know, you want to be inspired. You want to be, you know, profound in your own way. You want to reach self-actualization, not just regurgitate what Descartes said. Anyways, that's been my 2 cents. So, they're still trying to find who hit my car. Me, I just go back to work out of habit, out of discipline, out of my daily routine. Do I regret working? No. You know, am I going to listen to anything that this old lady told me, that I should get into the skincare, cosmetic, men's industry? You know, I don't know. I think it's a lot easier if you're a woman. You know, if you're blonde, you're 6 feet tall and all this stuff, blue eyes, blue hair, blonde hair. You know, this is going into men's fashion is just kind of like, oh god. Oh my god. I'm just not into it. I don't, as a guy, I don't perceive other men or have interest in looking at other men for a very long time. I know some women do that, but that's just to check out the quality of their skin and their maturity level and stuff like that. Like, imagine if, you know, if there were a doctor, like, oh, Dr. So-and-so, he's so great, you know, that kind of admiration. But other than that, it's like, they don't really respect all that much if you're just an average-ass Momo. So I'm just gonna go to work. Life doesn't make much sense to me anymore. I go to work, I do my thing, get my paycheck, and go home. And then daydream about home ownership one day. And in which case, a lot of people say it's a pain in the ass to be paying your mortgage, being a house poor, or your house is always falling apart and needing repairs and stuff. Any groundbreaking things, any new products that can provide you with value other than my own inherent blabbing and bullshitting? No, I can't sell you youth. I can't sell you beauty products that actually work. I don't even use it. Like I said, it's all genetics. you know, if you're not Chad or Tyrone, you know, at least, and you're skinny Asian, then, you know, at least you'll have longevity. You'll still look kind of young, you know, when you're older, which is a thing, you know, and you'll appreciate it more when you're older. You know, when girls are young and shit, they don't care because they're young and they're in their prime. But after you hit, you know, 40, you kind of understand, like, you have more time if you're young looking and shit, and that you don't need cosmetic products, and that you know, it's very convenient just to hop out of bed and still look like you're in your 20s or your 30s when you're actually 60 or 70. You just get more time, you know. When you are 55 plus older and you do start looking like the size of a refrigerator, you know, that young looking Asian guy looks kind of like attractive now because he's also 55 and he still looks like he's 30. You know, decent, you know, size body, no belly, a flat stomach, you know, full set of hair. That's all you need. That's appreciated more as you get older, as you mature more, and you find out, you know, it's about how you take care of each other, not about the look, which everyone gets wrong when you're young, dumb, and stupid, and just want shiny things. Of course, with time comes maturity. Maturity comes with time, and wisdom comes with time. And sadly, you know, it's too late. People learn this too late. Hopefully you'll pick it up before it's too late. You know, one guy, you know, this 17-year-old just like took his car, dad's car or whatever, and just drove someone over. And there's a case about that, and you know, his life is just over. He's got all these manslaughter charges, juvenile, you know, adult jail, adult prison. 17 and 18 trialed as an adult, like by the time the court case was taking effect. Young, dumb, and stupid, you know. Young, dumb, and stupid. I don't know. I have a lot of growing up to do. I'm still 39, and I still want to learn. I still want to grow up. Everyone's always asking me about my girlfriend and my wife, and it's just like, you know, I don't want to have to bring anyone in this world and in this kind of like room. Like there's no, this is an affordable living unit, 2-bedroom. I want to have a house for them. You know, I want them to feel welcomed. I don't want them to be struggling about mortgage payments and shit like that. But that's the thing. And if you don't get that, and you know, if you're not a real person, you know, how could you possibly obtain that? If you're just eyeballing all these like $200,000 like Chads and Tyrones out there, like, and you're not settling for the guy that just makes a meager $120,000 a year, you know, I don't know what to tell you. You know, good luck. I don't know. And then you just end up with some abusive ass boyfriend who ends up with typhus and all this stuff. It's just like, what the fuck? What in the actual fuck? Life may be so complicated, you know, that I'm just happy having a job, going to work, and being SpongeBob. Because anything out, if you deviate from the path, I know there's a lot of like, so easy to fall the wrong path. Drugs, alcohol, women, you know, following the wrong crowd. It's very easy to follow the wrong crowd. It's very easy to spend your money on stupid things. And you just gotta keep the faith. Believe in yourself. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. This has been Solemn Chow. I'll keep you updated about my car, even though it's really for myself. We'll just find out who did it. Was it the Mexican snowplow guy? Was it in my own boobery? I don't know. We'll find out. An issue I did not want to deal with. If God forbid I had kids and they smashed up my car, there would be more Geico insurance policies, bullshit. I would just be like, oh, fuck me. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a peaceful time on this earth thing. See you in the next one. Peace out.